What's good, YouTube? In this video, we're going to go over the top 10 best abilities for ranked arenas. Now, just know that in Apex Legends, there are about, like 18 legends. So that means that there's about 54 abilities because every legend has a passive, a tactical, and ultimate. So there's a lot of abilities in this game, and sometimes in arenas we play certain legends because of that ability. I'm going to give you guys which ones I think that are the 10 best for ranked arenas. Now, to kick it off, at number 10 we have Bangalore's tactical, which is her smoke grenade. Now, in arenas, Bangalore's tactical is real good, whether it's individual or whether you're using it for a team purpose. To be honest with you, if you pair up Bangalore's smoke grenades with like any gun that has a digi threat, which can be very obtainable with like let's say like a Mozambique in the first and second round, if you could communicate with your two teammates to grab a purple Mozam, the enemies change their playstyle. It makes it difficult for the enemies. Bangalore smoke grenades have to be in the top 10. You know, you gotta account for the fact that you start off with 2 of them, and to get extra it only costs about 50 materials to get more. So at number 10 I have Bangalore's tactical, which is her smoke grenade. Now at number 9 I have Rampart's tactical, which is her amped covers. Now this right here, Rampart's shields, this is off, like if you want to play a certain playstyle in arenas, you could definitely play the playstyle of, you know, playing slow with Rampart. And playing slow does not mean it's bad, but this right here it helps out a lot, because in arenas they start you off with, I believe, 3 of them, and just like Bangalore, she could get an extra shield or like an extra ability by all 50 materials. And in this video you'll see, like, you use Rampart's shield for like extra cover. You can use it to distract enemies, and you use it for more damage or when you shoot the enemies through the wall. I mean, it could be used for many things, and it's very good. You see a lot more Ramparts now because of her buff that happened recently. But yeah, at number 9 we have Ramparts and covers. Now at number 8 I have Octane's tactical, which is his stem. Now this right here is one of the first abilities for being mobile, and the fact that you could get to a spot quicker than your enemies is huge. You could stem, and this gives you 40% faster compared to other legends when they're running. So you could hit the materials, the supply bins a lot quicker than enemies because of Octane's ability. If your enemies don't have an Octane or a Pathfinder, then you're most likely always going to get to the supply bin first, or materials first, whichever you prefer. Yeah, and also the fact that you could use this ability for 1v1s helps out a lot as well. Now at number 7 I have the first passive on this list, and this passive ability is Gibby's or Gibraltar's gun shield. Now Gibraltar's gun shield is very OP. I mean, if you use like a G7, the fact that you get his gun shield back like every 7-8 seconds after it gets destroyed, that's an extra 50 health you get, you know, and you're not taking any damage. If you're smart with Gibraltar's gun shield, you can just poke from far. Like, let's say if you're using a G7 and you're doing damage to the enemies, but the enemies won't do damage back to you because Gibraltar's gun shield's in the way. And once your gun shield cracks, just wait 7 to 8 seconds and then peek back again, and then use his gun shield again to prevent any type of damage. I think of it kind of like Rampart's walls, but the reason why I have it higher on the list is because of, well, it's a passive. You don't have to spend materials to get more, and it doesn't destroy fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get it back in 8 seconds. But this right here is big time. This is one of the reasons why I played Gibraltar, because of his passive. So I have Gibraltar's passive at number 7. Now at number 6 we have Seer's ultimate. Now I feel like you have to have Seer's ultimate in the top 10. This right here, if you use his ultimate, whether it's you or your teammates, you guys should get the automatic win for that round. And like most of ultimate abilities, it doesn't take 2 to 3 rounds to get back. For some reason I feel like it's very strong or very OP for how much it costs and how many rounds you can use it. For instance, you could use it in round 2, and well, also you could then use it again in round 4. Compared to other ultimates, it usually takes let's say if you use an ultimate in round 2, you will usually have to wait until round 5 to be able to get it again. But for Seer, it's not like that. You can use it every other round. So I think this is huge, and it really guarantees you guys a win. You know, you guys should be able to get a free win off that round. You guys have the advantage, unless if the enemies do have another Seer or another Bloodhound. Now at number 5, I have Gibraltar's Gibraltar's Bubble. Now there's 2 abilities I have in the top 10 for Gibraltar, and this is one of the reasons why I think he's one of the best for ranked arenas, is because his bubble is so versatile. You can use it in so many ways. You can use it for engaging fights, where you can communicate with your teammates to go in and you guys start the fight in close range quarters because of the bubble. You guys can use the bubble for cover, right? If you're going to cross somewhere, you can use it. You can use the bubble to res someone without being able to get shot. You can use the bubble for so many reasons. The bubble is really good, and I would have it higher on the list, but it does cost an extra 200 to get, and that's a lot for a tactical. But his bubble is very good to have. Now at number 4, I have Octane's Ultimate. Now Octane's Ultimate is his jump pad. Now his jump pad has to be in the top 5. The reason I have it in the top 5 is because his jump pad is one of the most helpful abilities that you can have on a team. The fact that you can get your team across the map with a ability is huge, right? We're talking, you can help your teammates in so many ways with this. You guys could get materials, you guys could get supply bins, you guys can hold the middle of the map, you guys can hold power positions, and all you guys could go because of this ability. And I would have it higher, but earlier in the season they did nerf it to where you can get it every other round, compared to before you could get it in every round. So at number 4, we have Octane's jump pad. Yeah, Octane is another character like Gibraltar where I have 2 of their abilities in the top 10. It's saying a lot because they are both one of the best both like the best characters for ranked arenas. Now at number 3, we have Bloodhound's Ultimate. Now Bloodhound's Ultimate is the Beast of the Hunt, and it's like Seer's ability, but the reason why I have it higher than Seer's Ultimate is because you do the same as Seer's Ultimate, where you give information to your teammates and to yourself to where you know where the enemies are and what they're doing, but you also have that ability like Octane's Stim, where you're fast and really you just feel like you're immortal when you're in Bloodhound's Ultimate. And just like Seer's ability, you can use his ultimate every other round. And to me, I feel like it should be more, because Bloodhound's Ultimate it's a game changer. And in Bloodhound's Ultimate, you do have 2 scans, and with these 2 scans, you can use every 5 seconds. So at number 3, we have Bloodhound's Ult. Now at number 2, I have Pathfinder's Grapple. Now the reason why I have Pathfinder's Grapple at number 2, and which is the reason why it's very high on this list, is because his grapple is just like Octane's jump pad. Yes, it doesn't bring the whole team to the spot where you guys want to be, or like across mid map, but his grapple is something you can use every round, and it's something where you can use multiple times in a round. So that's the reason why I have Pathfinder's Grapple higher than Octane's jump pad. I think that his grapple is what makes him one of the best characters, or the best character in the game, because he can control the round easily. I mean, if there's not another Pathfinder on the enemy team, then you should be feeling good, because Pathfinder's Grapple allows you to get across the map every round, and you guys could hold the power position just because you have a Pathfinder on your team that could grapple to midway through the map. And not only that, the other difference why I have Pathfinder's Grapple higher is because you have an escape ability. You have an escape ability, you have an ability to get to the spot quicker, and you can use it multiple times, and it doesn't cost a lot. It only costs 50 materials, and the game already gives you 2 of them. So that's why it's so high on this list. I really do think Pathfinder's Grapple is top 3 for sure, but for me, I have it number 2. Now at number 1, out of all these abilities in Apex Legends for ranked arenas, I have to go with a passive ability, and this passive ability is Lifeline's passive. Now Lifeline's passive is her revive, and it's where her drone revives without Lifeline having to revive. So this means that Lifeline can revive while protecting the down who's getting revived by the drone, or just doing something else. The fact that there's gold bags in ranked arenas and it doesn't really cost that much, Lifeline's passive ability plus a gold bag can easily make it number one. This is an ability where it's a game changer, to where you can make nothing into something. You could be down, right? You could be down, like let's say it's a 1v1, and if you res your teammates, it's gonna force the enemies to come out and try to fight and get them out of position. And this, you could bait enemies because of Lifeline's res, and you could just change the game so much because of her res. So that's the reason why I have it at number one. Lifeline is someone you definitely have to focus on when you're playing against her. You know, you want to focus Lifeline, get her down first, because that res that she has is big time. But let me know what you guys think of this video. If there's any abilities I left out and you think that it should be in the top 10, let me know what you think. And if you guys could, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.